Hey everybody, Jake here for Extreme Terrain, and in this video we're taking a look at the Barricade tubular drop steps fitting 2022 and newer Tundra Crewmax models. These steps are a great choice for the Tundra owner who's looking to have it all: protection, accessibility, and style in one easy package. These are a classic type of drop step that works well with the Tundra style and give you some nice benefits for a daily driver, an overlanding rig, or really anything in between. Side steps are one of the most popular modifications that owners make to their trucks for a number of reasons. They're usually an easy installation, they can make accessing the cabin and roof of your truck easier, and they provide you with some more protection as well. These ones in particular feature a very classic, simple style, and for that reason alone, I'm a big fan. You get the typical type of drop step with step pads underneath of each door, and they have built-in grips there, so you're going to have plenty of traction even if you've been out in wet or slippery conditions. These again feature that classic tubular design, which in my head harkens back to old school off-road rigs. Now this gen of Tundra is a little bit more polarizing in its design, but these are such a classic look that I think they still look right at home. What's more is that these are one solid piece, so the steps are actually welded onto the main tubes here, so despite them hanging down a bit, the actual tubes sit pretty close to the rocker panels, and these things are going to be super strong, so they'll provide you with plenty of protection when you're out in the tough stuff. The steps are constructed from heavy-duty steel. Tubular steel is used for the main sections, with plate steel being used for the steps. Now that construction means that these are going to be quite strong, and they're finished with a nice fine textured black powder coating, adding some additional layer of rust and corrosion resistance, and they just look good. All that to say, these should be able to take a beating whether you're on the trail or the street. They should last you quite a long time. Pricing will come in at around $350 for the pair, making these a really affordable option for any build. If you want that additional access, protection, and some classic style, you really can't go wrong here. While these don't have all the fancy features like a power running board, you're still getting a really solid setup that will withstand a lot of use, and I think these just look about perfect on any type of truck. Installation gets a 1 out of 3 on our difficulty meter, and the job should take you around 2 hours to complete. Now, like I mentioned, these are one piece, so they are just going to be a bolt-on part. Really, all you've got to do is attach the brackets and then attach these to the brackets. So these aren't going to require you to make any modifications to your truck. It's easily a job that you can tackle yourself at home in the driveway or garage. And now to show you that process step by step, let's head on out to the shop.
Tools required for this install include a ratchet and a 13mm socket. What's up guys? Today we're installing some side steps on our Tundra, so let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is lay out all of our brackets and hardware. Now these are all labeled with where they're going to go. We've got DF here for driver front, the 2 in the middle are DC for driver center, and then we got DR for driver rear. And it's going to be the same on the other side except with a P for passenger. Now all of these install the same way. The front bracket, the 2 holes are a little more spaced out than the rest of them, but they'll all install the same way. So I'm going to show you the front here. We've got a couple pre-threaded holes up in the frame that we're going to be using our bolts with lock washer and flat washer to thread into, and a 13mm socket to tighten it all down. So now starting at the front, we've got these 2 threaded holes that we're going to be threading our bolts into. On the other 3 brackets, there's going to be one right here, and then the other is going to be right above it here. This is the only one that they're spread out on. So grab your bolt with the lock washer and flat washer, put it through your bracket, thread it into place. And then do that same thing for the other one. And then grab your 13mm socket, tighten these 2 bolts down, do the same thing for the other 3 brackets on this side, and the whole process on the other side. So now we can grab our side step and lift it onto our brackets. And then we have our combo bolts. You're going to be using 2 of these on each bracket. Get it up, thread those in, and then take a 13mm socket to tighten it all down. So now take your combo bolts and thread those into the rib nuts in the side step.
now before you tighten these down, do the same thing on the rest of your brackets. I've already got the rest of my bolts in. So now you can just rotate this to get your step level. Level that out and take your 13mm socket and tighten all of your bolts down. Do the same thing on the rest of your brackets.
So that'll wrap up this review and install of the Barricade tubular drop steps in fine textured black finish for your 2022 and newer Tundra crew neck. Thanks for watching, and for all things Tundra, keep it right here at extremeterrain.com.